This is Evan Smith with ProBoxing-Fans.com here with trainer Abel Sanchez. Now, just talk to me a little bit about Gennady's training camp and how it's been going so far.
You know, our camp went real well. Unfortunately, we had a little more time than usual between fights because of the tragedy that happened to his father. But it went well. 2-3 days after training camp, after he got there, then everything was back to normal.
There was talks initially about, Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. Once that fight fell through, you guys found Daniel Gil. Talk to me a little bit about him, what you guys have to do against him, because he's, a little bit step up in competition, a little bit, he's a pretty good competition. So.
I would say he's a big step up in competition. He's a two-time ex-world champion who's got a disputed loss on his record when he lost his title. He's a guy that used to go in 12 rounds. He's a guy that throws volumes of punches. So it's definitely a step up. It's definitely somebody you have to be prepared for. We're not overlooking him. Yes, there was talk of Chavez, but right now it's Gil. And Gil is the guy foremost on our mind. We made sure that we understood that it could go 12, so we prepared as we usually do for 12, but just more cognizant of the fact that it can and may go 12.
Now, talk a little bit about maybe Gennady, what he has to do in this fight. Cut off the ring, try to work that body. He's liked to do that so much in the past. Talk to me a little bit about that.
Well, definitely. I think that a guy that is able to go 12 rounds, we need to slow him down. So we need to work his body, we need to work his arms, we need to slow his output out. But he definitely won't be able to stand still the first couple rounds for Gennady, because if he does, it'd be a short night. But so we expect for him to. I'm not going to say a run. We expect for him to box because he's a very good boxer. And when he does, hopefully catch him between those movements or between the punches combinations that he throws.
Right. And, like you said, he might run a little bit. Maybe you don't know exactly what he's coming with. A lot of the guys seem to be a little bit fearful of Gennady just because of that power he possesses. It seemed like in the Macklin fight he was a little bit scared. You think he'll be a little bit tentative to come at Gennady?
I don't think at the beginning. I don't think he will. I think that he's accomplished enough to understand that everybody has power. But once the fight goes on, he starts getting hit with some good shots, and maybe that'll change. But at the beginning, I don't think so. I think that he understands what his job is, and he's an ex-world champion. He's been in those situations before, so no, I don't think that.
Yeah. Well, just talk to me a little bit about the Garden. It's a historic site. You've been fighting there a couple times now. You guys seem to like it here.
Well, he's fought twice at the theater, and I had Terry Norris fight Sugar Ray Leonard at the Garden back in the 90s. But yeah, it's a progression. It's the evolution of a star. If he does well on the 26th, then maybe next time it'll be opened up for 20 or 21, whatever it holds. This time I think it's opened up for 10 or 11 or something like that.
Talk a little bit about Gennady's progression. Seems he kind of emerged on the spotlight with that Gabriel Rosado fight. How impressed have you been with his progression and how he's come so far as a fighter?
Well, actually, I think it's been 4 years that we've been working on this progression. The Rosado fight just happened to be at the theater, but his management team, Max and Oleg Herman, and his promoter Tom Loeffler have done a masterful job in getting us the opponents for us to pick that would enhance his not only his reputation, but it enhances his boxing ability by having somebody present a problem in front of him. This is the kind of fight that I would want for my fighters, so that way we have to work for it. It's not going to be, the guy lays down or gets hit with a shot and is scared. This guy's hopefully going to come to fight, and if he does, we're going to be treated to a great fight.
Okay. And lastly, I just want to, you talked about some other, competition now. It seems like a lot of fighters are scared of Gennady just a little bit, just because maybe of his recent knockout streak. Maybe do you think Miguel Cotto, or you think like Canelo Alvarez? Who do you think, if Gennady wins this fight on Saturday, do you think one of those guys might take that fight?
Well, I don't think they're scared. I think that this is a business, most of all, and they're trying to maximize whatever it is that they can maximize their potential and earning potential. And stepping through the ropes, I don't think any of them are scared. It's just a matter of making sure that, like us, we get the correct fights for the moment, and to maximize the dollars, to maximize the popularity, to everything concerned. So, yeah, we hope that those guys see it in their future to face somebody like Gennady, because it would be good for both guys. Unfortunately, one of them has to lose, but it would be good for both guys to make them the superstar that maybe they crave to be, or maybe are not quite the superstar that they crave to be, and it will make it.
Great. Thank you so much, Abel. Appreciate that. Evan Smith for ProBoxing-Fans.com.